What up? It's Straw Hat Brody here with A&Bgaming, here with another World of Warcraft video. World of Warcraft has a narrative problem, and patch 12.0.5 accidentally puts it on a spotlight. Blizzard keeps raising the stakes to cosmic, reality-ending levels.
Your reality ends here.
But the world itself rarely reacts. These threats stay locked in expansion zones instead of affecting Azeroth as a whole, and that disconnect is starting to show.
It must be unleashed!
We've gone from saving villages from wolves to fighting beings that can literally unmake existence. But instead of those threats reshaping the world, they're usually confined to a few quest hubs and a raid zone. Compare that to Mr. Pandaria, right? When Garrosh's influence spread, the world changed. The Northern Barons updated. We fought his forces outside of Pandaria. The story connected back to the world we already knew. It felt alive. It felt reactive. It felt like Warcraft. Blizzard actually had a great narrative foundation this time. Through Erator's journey, we see how more of the world is faring. Light's Hope Chapel is under attack. We help Sunwalker Desco in Arathi Highlands. But instead of expanding outwards, everything stays in Silvermoon and Zul'Aman. This was a huge missed opportunity. So here's my take on where Blizzard could have gone. Imagine if the assault didn't stop in Silvermoon. Tirisfal became under siege. Xal'atath is already underground. She doesn't need to be physically present. We could have seen the Forsaken and Gilneans fighting off her forces as she attempts to awaken the Cathaxi general in an effort to throw us off her tracks. This could also see minor fractures being made between the Forsaken and Gilneans as, they're working on their race relations. The Scarlet Crusade returns. With the Sunwell's light shifting and destabilizing, remnants of the Scarlet Crusade become empowered once again. Their conviction turns fanatical, their strength amplified, and under new leadership, they reclaim pockets of Lordaeron. For a brief moment, they're unstoppable, zealots at the height of their faith. But as borrowed power fades, the Horde and Alliance launch a counterattack, forcing the Scarlet Crusade back into the spotlight as a renewed threat. As we went ahead and played through the major campaigns, we see the light again and again empower its fanatical wielders, so this fits right in with already established lore. This would have been the perfect moment to show how the world reacts to cosmic chaos, old enemies rising, old wounds reopening, and the light itself becoming unpredictable. The Twilight's Blade, undead splinter groups, void-corrupted undead spreading across Azeroth. The Desolate Council are forced to confront a nightmare that echoes the Scourge, something deeply personal. And right here, Blizzard have the opportunity to go ahead and reintroduce some of these new players, because I think I was talking to somebody before and say they just started playing in Shadowlands. They never experienced Wrath of the Lich King. And right here in this quest line, Blizzard can talk about those said events through the eyes of some of the members of the Desolate Council, like where were they when Arthas came back to Lordaeron, and basically catch some new players up on some of that lore, some of that story, some of that background in a new personal way as we're adventuring with Lillian Voss or some of the other members of the Desolate Council to chase down these threats. And Zul'Aman still matters. The ritual sites and the assaults stay, but now they're a part of a larger, worldwide escalation instead of the only escalation. This would show how the world-ending threat actually affects the world, not just two zones. So that's my take on where the story could have gone narratively. Now I'm going to talk about how that narrative basically change could have affected the new gameplay that Blizzard went ahead and put in, which is the ritual sites, right? They're kind of like horrific visions. So imagine that system, but expanded. So say we're in Brill and it's corrupted by the Void, similar to how you saw in the main campaign of Tranquillian. Tranquillian went ahead and erupted in Void corruption, right? But with this, we introduce wave-based mechanics. So each wave, there's a different objective that you have to accomplish. Say the first wave, you're evacuating citizens from the void, and you actively have void minions porting in and trying to kill or capture the citizens. Then the next wave, we have to protect light bearers that are there to cleanse the corruption, to remove the void's influence. And we have to protect them as, again, active void people are coming in, and we have to fight back the void from attacking them to cleanse the land. Or we have to now stop the Scarlet Crusade from consecrating the land in holy flames. Earlier in the story campaign, we see Alonz's Fowl talk about how the light is so harsh that he can't even approach the Sunwell without reeling in pain. So this could bring about light rituals that could be harsh light to burn the lands of corruption, preventing the Forsaken from ever being there. And here again, you can fight to save the citizens from the Scarlets, you have to put out the fires, and fight back other worldly light beings that have been summoned by the Scarlet Crusade, expanding upon the light's lore and what it really is. This could be a cool mechanic that for other games has worked very well. I'm pretty sure everybody knows Helldivers, but it would be really similar to one of those game modes where you just, you drop in and you have to help the citizens evacuate, and you have wave after wave of bots or insects coming at you. And this could be that similar game mode, but in World of Warcraft. So I think it could be better than just, another instance of go in and kill X amount of things, or go in and click X amount of things. Like, it brings different objectives and different dynamics to one singular game mode. And I think that would have been really cool. So that's my thoughts. That's my take. To be honest, I'm still enjoying the content. I'm still having fun. But narratively, I feel patch 12.0.5 could have done so much more to show our fight to save Azeroth actually impacting Azeroth. But that's my take. I want to hear yours. So how are you liking the new patch so far? Drop your thoughts below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more WoW content. And it's coming soon as we go to the Isle of Ulatek in the next patch coming. So until next time, see ya!